Now we're heading into our favorite ride here, the studio tour. Very unique for in a park. You can see Warner Brothers Studios over there.
Right now. Let's do this. Well, I'm Olivia. I'm your tour guide. We got Jose behind the wheel. Too Fast, Too Furious, this one. So hold on tight.
It's in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Olivia.
And the greatest driver.
Jose.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Olivia.
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Such a jokester, Jimmy. Sticks on board the tram and hold on to your personal belongings. Now, as you can see, we are building a roller coaster right here. This is going to be Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, opening in 2026. And we have a theme park here on the lot, but also a movie.
There it is, opening in 2026.
Studio. And that is what came first. The studio tour opened in 1960, but the opening day of the studio opened 110 years ago, March 15th, 1915. Here's our founder, Carl Laemmle, on opening day. We've been filming here since the silent film era, up through our classic monster movies of the 1930s, disaster movies of the 70s, and the big action blockbusters of today. We're the studio that brought you Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, The Fast and the Furious, for Oppenheimer, from producers Emma Thomas and Christopher Nolan. And Dracula. On your screens is what the interior of an empty soundstage looks like before they bring in all the sets and the camera equipment and the cast and crew. It's kind of like an open, empty warehouse. We can build any kind of set the production needs. And most recently, we're working on the show Bel Air. Production designers built the interior of the main sets, like the Bel Air Mansion, Bel Air Academy, inside these.
Makes us all act.
If your face stays where it is, it's gonna get punched.
Currently, though, it's set up for season 4 of Bel Air. Here's a few of the stars: Jabari Banks and Ollie Charlatan.
She's on the eggs, on the cheese. It's right. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in there? I don't know, it's gotta be a lot. Man, we could probably fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew in there. No, we gotta get one of these for the mansion. Yeah. And that was really fun. I still can't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together, from hair, wardrobe, makeup, set design, props, and transportation. Oh, yes. You know, Transpo's the best. They got the sweetest lives for us to play with.
You can catch up on Bel Air seasons 1 through 3 on. You have to hire the director, cast the actors. And we have many companies here, like Illumination Entertainment. They brought you the Despicable Me franchise, Secret Life of Pets. They do a lot of family animation. We also have Mark Platt Productions. They produce a lot of music.
Good evening. My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
Hitchcock directed many movies on the lot, like The Birds, when he was working on the television show Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Now we have a few more sound stages over to your left.
Alfred Hitchcock
This has been set up for
Studios.
Lopez versus Lopez, also for the new show. You'll see kind of the ambulance bay, the emergency room entrance hugging this right side area, this brick building. Across the street, you'll see a row of stairs. Jim Carrey ran down those stairs in Bruce Almighty.
Raise the dog!
I'm in the shower!
Like that.
Oh yeah, right
Outside good. Like that. Outside good.
Oh, Bruce Almighty ran down those stairs over there.
Oh, you're done now.
Beautiful indeed, Bruce. It's also where Robert Redford filmed parts of The Sting. It was also seen in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. But as we round this corner, let's take you back to the future.
Oh, there it is.
Welcome to
clock
Hill
tower.
Valley, everybody. Marty McFly, Doc Brown, The Time Machine, all were here in the 1980s when we were filming Back to the Future. And currently, it really looks like Hill Valley. We are set up for Fan Fest nights. We even have the Enchantment Under the Sea stage over to your right. The infamous courthouse is over to your left. Looks a bit different right now. Used to be those TED. This whole area is Framingham, Massachusetts. That is the high school for TED. It usually says John Hancock High School. But it definitely looks like 1950s Hill Valley, as Marty McFly has gone back to the future. And it's more of a small town set, mom and pop type stores all set up.
Over there.
But we got the city right around the corner. We got our financial district coming up over to your left. Big long street to your right. We call this street our New York Street. It can be really any city in the world, but we call it New York. And take a look at the sets. At first glance, they look pretty realistic, but we really just build the front and sides of buildings out here. We call them facades or false fronts. Why build the whole building if we're only going to use the front and the side of it? I mean, that would just be a waste of materials we use out here. What appears to be brick or stone, really just foam rubber, fiberglass, plywood. So these sets just have to look real enough on screen. They don't actually have to be real. I mean, sometimes just a painting of a building looks realistic. Up close, not so much. But over to your left, if we're filming from a bit far away onto this wall, this painting of this building.
Black. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City.
I wanted to become a filmmaker. Action! I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in the adventure. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a
We're heading on into Skull Island.
Monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
This is just a reminder, everybody. Please remain seated at all times.
Back to Skull Island.
You just survived the largest, most intense 3D experience on the planet. You can go ahead and take off those 3D glass tram was sitting on, completely parked in those huge 3D screens.
With a project like the studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where the tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We really
Then getting ready to film the lives.
Oh, hey there, Studio Tour. I'm Kelsey Ballerini.
And I'm John Legend. Did you know that the Universal Backlot is home to the...
Just to your left is stages 32 and 33, which is set up for Reba McEntire's new show, Happy's Place. And you'll also notice we got a little lake out here, small body of water. We call this our Hollywood Ocean. That's not very big at all, but we can make it look huge depending on the camera angle. Actors swimming around out there, boat scenes. We filmed out there for The Creature from the Black Lagoon. That little lake is the Black Lagoon. And where there are creatures, property, and if at any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull that red cord and remain seated. Things. But you'll see stone archways out here, or what looks like stone, mostly just foam rubber, plaster, painted to look like stone. Perfect for the classic monsters to go roaming through, terrifying the villagers. This same set is also the afterlife in the show The Good Place. Kristen Bell, Ted Danson, William Jackson Harper. Also Genovia in Princess Diaries 2, A Royal Engagement. Oh, I know. Princess Mia had her princess parade walking around these cobblestone streets. And another Disney movie, Cinderella. Brandy, Whitney Houston, so much singing, so much royalty happened. Right, big open courtyard area to your right. Perfect place to set up the shops of The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
When we think of Universal, we think of monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein,
The Mummy,
The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Invisible Man,
Phantom of the Opera.
Classic films. They're just brilliantly made.
That Frankenstein image, flathead, bolt, it's one of the great icons of the world.
That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. And I was just mesmerized by these movies. Boris Karloff.
And check out this set. Production designers did a great job building the interior of a subway station. Added all this detail, like watered down the concrete to make it look like it just rained outside. Now the cast and crew are currently on a lunch break, but when they come back, they'll have a whole scene ready to film, and they'll pick up from where they left off. And I thought they were on a break. Are they filming right now?
That's my favorite part of the Backlot tour. Well, aside from going into Hill Valley, which thank God Wes didn't fill my face when we were going through there because I already teared up, so I can't even talk about how crazy it's going to be tonight. Cubs. Oh, oh. All the blood in the water. Oh my. Whoopsie. Uh-oh.
Oh no, gas.
Ooh, that was warm. That's hysterical. Oh, he's going back under.
Getting ready for the next one.
Back in Silence, which is absolutely terrifying. That whole attraction was based on Steven Spielberg's Jaws. It's celebrating its 50th anniversary. Now, it's a pretty hot day today, but we still are going to have a little weather demonstration over to your left. We're going to add in some rain. So take a look over to your left-hand side. Let's turn on the rain now. Now, a lot of times we have to create our own weather when we're filming here on the lot. So this is an overhead sprinkler system which shoots the water up in the air to let it fall back down to the earth naturally. Here's how we have complete control over the weather. It's kind of relaxing. Now, we can turn it on, we can turn it off. So watch this. I'm going to turn off the rain. See? Rain off. Huh? Hold on. Rain off? Why isn't it turning off? Wait, what is that? Uh-oh, to your left. Take cover. You know what? That one's on me. I let it rain a little too much there all at once. There it is. Well, we are heading into our Western sets right now. Welcome to the Old West. Cowboys, actors, directors, they all filmed here. A few years ago, director Quentin Tarantino was here, filming Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Filmed multiple scenes with Leonardo DiCaprio, put a lot of dirt down on this concrete road, made it look like the dusty Old West was back in action. The horror movie Maxine, starring Mia Goth. They had her running around this set, kind of took over the whole studio for a few days filming Maxine. But these classic cowboys really made this whole area come to life. The Duke, John Wayne, Jimmy Stewart, Clint Eastwood. On practical sets, meaning they have a full interior, big enough to actually fit a whole camera crew and the cast inside, instead of just facades, the front and sides of buildings. So we're going to head on up the hill, take a look around, never know who or what you might see. All right, lights, camera, action. quiet zone for the burbs, filming deep inside those residential neighborhood sets. Now, right now, you'll see a lot of picture cars here, famous cars. Any car on screen is called a picture car. We got Dom's 1970 Charger, a few cars from the Flintstones, Back to the Future, even a Bumblebee from Transformers. But we're going to take you back to the 1960s right now, to a classic movie called Psycho. We are rolling up to the Bates Motel. This is from Alfred Hitchcock. Now over to your right, you see the Bates Motel, and, oh, that's him. Yeah, that's Norman Bates, the one and only. Hey, Norman, how's it going? Hey, how's business? Norman, hi. Oh, I don't think he heard me. I mean, he has a lot on his mind. He runs his motel by himself, takes great care of his customers. Look, helping someone to their car. Oh. So sweet. Oh. Oh no, that's the trunk, Norman. Oh boy. I think you better check out early from the Bates Motel. Oh, must go faster. Must go faster. Norman, leave him alone. I can't believe that just happened. We had a near-death experience at the Bates Motel. Well, let's move far away from Norman and all of his issues. And we're going to take you by the Psycho house to your left. Take a look in the upstairs window. Might see Mother Bates rocking back and forth. Hey, behind this Psycho house, we are heading into the plane crash set from Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
Yeah, you missed it. She was like decayed and stuff.
This movie is about an alien invasion that comes to Earth. And production designers used a real airplane. Cut it up into these big pieces, ripped the roof off of it, added all this debris, luggage, props, built the facades of these houses. Here's a glimpse at what they filmed.
The airplane crash set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven.
You sit down to talk about the Lord of the Rings. What if the 747 goes down right now?
Now we're about 10 minutes from the end of the tour, so just a reminder, please remain seated at all times, and if you do have an emergency, pull that red cord so I can assist you. But from one big set to another, we're going to head on over to the world of Jordan Peele and his third movie, Nope.
Ocean and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park. A brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of a UFO hotspot. Welcome to the world of Peele.
And you can currently stream Nope on Peacock. Heads up, it's a bit scary for the little ones. Definitely scared me, but it is a very well done movie. And we can build a big set like Jupiter's Claim, a plane crash set for War of the Worlds, but sometimes you don't have to build much of anything at all to make a scene really come to life. And right in front of Ori, they filmed these scenes in front of this big blue wall. See if you can find it.
And there's the big blue wall.
Evacuate.
You could really fill that with some water.